Barkley said last week on ESPN's Get Up, that's right here, our very own Get Up, that KD has yet to win a title as the quote-unquote bus driver of his team. KD, of course, clapped back. Here's the tweet. All this expletive is nasty. Another terrible analogy from a hating old head that can't accept that we make him more bread than them. It's just timing. Chucky, don't hate the player. Barkley responded to KD during last night's Stanley Cup final.
The hockey analysts are like Melrose. These guys, they can criticize. They don't hear from his family.
Yeah,
you criticize the NBA.
Yeah, but they tweet about me. Hockey players just want to win. They don't sit around and tweet.
Yeah. JJ Redick and Tim Bontemps with me. JJ, Barkley was explicit in his original comment. He is holding KD to the highest possible standard. Do you have a problem with what Barkley said?
Other than our wonderful Ian Barron over there, people don't care about hockey, so that's probably why hockey players don't.
Careful, careful. I once said on this network, that hockey is not one. There are three major sports, and I still haven't heard the end of it.
Yeah, I gotcha. Had a problem with what he said about KD not being a bus driver. As Tim Legler eloquently put it this morning, that bus was registered in Steph Curry's name. But during that finals run with KD, he was the bus driver. Mm-hmm. If you look at 2017, 35 points a game, ridiculous shooting splits. 2018, 29 a game, 11 rebounds, 8 assists. His defense was spectacular on both sides of the ball. Like, he was the best player on the Warriors team.
Of course.
The big three with the Warriors, they would admit that as well. He was the bus driver. That's my issue. Now, is Kevin held to a different standard because of where he ranks in the echelon of great NBA players? Absolutely. That's part of the narrative, though, to me, not the legacy.
Tim, I don't get the bus driver thing. To me, really, to articulate it to me properly, it's that we already knew that Kevin Durant was one of the goodest players who ever lived. We were looking for greatness, right? Can you come through in a championship situation? And when you join a 73-win team that gets to the final possession the year before, what do you really prove? We already know you can really ball. Of course, you put any baller like that on that team, they're going to win a championship, right? Is it a bus driving issue or an issue of KD kind of cheat coding his way to a championship here?
I mean, look, people are going to say what they want to say, but I think JJ summed this up before, and he said this is about the narrative, right? Charles is playing his part. Charles is probably the best guy driving the narrative that we've ever seen in the NBA. It's why Inside the NBA has been such a successful show, right? So he's playing his part, and Kevin is playing his part. He loves to get on Twitter. He loves to clap back at these guys. He loves to have fun with this stuff. It's why he's such a compelling figure all the way around. As far as the bus driver thing, I was at the 2017 NBA Finals. That Cavs team was better than the year before. Kevin Durant was the best player on the court. He's the reason why the Warriors won that series.
He was the best player on the Warriors.
He was the best player on the court.
I totally disagree. I totally disagree. I think LeBron was the best player.
Well, that's fine. But at the end of the day, he's the reason they won those two championships, to JJ's point. Yeah. People can debate whether he was the bus driver or not. I don't really care. He won 2 Finals MVPs. He won 2 championships. He's one of the best players of all time. Everybody's playing their part here.
Tim point something out. Like, to me, what's interesting here is Barkley always marched to the beat of his own drum, right? So does KD. These guys are a lot alike in that kind of way. And I don't know, maybe like a lot of times when two people are alike, they'll go at it. Do you see anything like that here? You know, KD, there were kind of easy narratives, easy stories told, oh, the country kid, nice. And KD's a much more complicated guy than that. And I don't know, it's like he continues to entertain off the court as a result.
I guess the similarity is that they're both willing to be outspoken. I think Charles probably gets away with a lot more, and we write it off as entertainment, whereas KD clapping back somehow is an expose on his personality and his insecurities, which to me is just BS. If a guy wants to clap back, I have no issue with it. I mean, I sometimes clap back on Twitter too, and I consider myself to be a fairly secure person. I think that's the difference to me. Is we let Chuck get away with whatever, and it's written off as entertainment.
Well, when you say let him get away, there are some guys like, Marshawn Lynch can give you a one-word answer. We all eat it up. We love it. Somehow another guy tries that same thing. He can't pull it off. Barkley's always been able to pull it off.
And credit to him.
Yeah, playing his part. That's all it comes down to.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.